I got an old friend here at Foose Design. This is my old 69 Firebird, which takes me all the way back to 1982, which is when I met Kristen Marcus, and this was her father's car. And I met her in high school, my senior year. We dated for 5 years. Now, we had been dating for 2 years when her car started to die, and I bought a Carmen Ghia and tricked it out and gave it to her as a gift. Her grandmother passed away a couple months later, and her father inherited her brand new Park Avenue Buick. And when he got that, he was getting rid of the 69 Firebird, and he says, "Hey, would you like to have the Firebird? You gave Kristen the Carmen Ghia. I'd like to give you the Firebird." So I got the Firebird. Now, I had just parked it for a while. A friend of mine needed to borrow a car, so Randy borrowed my 69 Firebird, and he ended up blowing the motor up. So he gave me $2,000. I had the motor rebuilt. Now it was 1988, and I was gonna restore the car. And if you remember a company called Paddock that used to make parts, I got their catalog and I saw that you could take any 69 Firebird and turn it into a Firebird 400, which is what this car was originally. It was orange with the black interior, and I thought, wow, anybody could restore their Firebird. So I thought, I'm gonna trick it out. I flush fit the windshield, I flush fit the back window, filled off a couple seams. I smoothed out a few things, and I actually, originally it had a blend on it. And I ended up selling the car to Stuart Reed, who was the chairman of transportation department at Art Center. He bought the car, he repainted it not too long ago, but they didn't put the blend back on it. And Stuart just moved to Michigan. He needed a place to put it, so it's sitting here right now, but it's good to have a friend here. Now I filled off, I forget if it said Pontiac or Firebird, but it had letters across there. Filled that off, got rid of all the bumper bolts, smoothed that out. Got rid of the, there was a Firebird that was the side turn indicator in the back and side marker. Got rid of that. Got rid of the seam that was here. Got rid of the moldings around the back window. Got rid of the other door handle, put the Honda Civic rear door handle from a Honda Civic 4-door, so it didn't have the key in it. And then it has remote locks. And this was a 70 Camaro mirror. I put that on instead of the chrome one. Flush fit this little side marker and reshape the front end so it kind of fit the car a little better. Got rid of the emblem that was in the grill here. Real simple, subtle stuff, but you know, the biggest thing was just flush fitting the glass. Now what I did is I lifted both the windshield and the back glass and then filled the sides, and the molding still covers the bottom of the windshield. But a simple fix. Nowadays, they build them so they're big enough you can flush fit it in your stock car. Now, I built this car in 1988, and the first magazine article that it was ever in was Hot Rod Magazine, and it was Gray Baskerville who put it in. Now, a couple years later, I was actually working at Hot Rods by Boyd, and I built the 17-inch wheels. It originally, when I first finished it, it had a snowflake wheel from a 1980s Pontiac Firebird. But when I worked at Boyd's, I took the design of this wastegate that's in the front fender and just repeated that 3 times and made the one-off wheels 17-inch. And then John Perley Huffman, he actually did an article in Carcraft magazine. This is the article here. It was interesting because I had just finished the car. It was all beautiful. And we're filming this thing in a lot with a bunch of pebbles on it. And he's asking me if I would go and slide the thing sideways. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be chipping up my paint. I didn't want to do that. And then I told him, I said, I'm going to wipe out my tires if I'm sliding it around. He had me doing it over and over. He says, don't worry about your tires. I'll get you some new ones. So as you can see, there's a picture here. I'm sliding it sideways. There's rocks going all over the place. And I totally destroyed a set of tires. And John, I'm still waiting for my tires. So now I sold this car to Stuart Reed in 1992. And we have had several conversations about buying it back from him. And I know it's sitting here. He's in Michigan. I don't know what's going to happen, but one day it may be mine again.